Rocket Knight Adventures from Konami for the Sega Genesis. This was released in 1993 and is regarded by many as the greatest 2D side-scrolling adventure game on the Genesis. I'm not sure if it's the best, but I can see why people would think that. The level design in particular is absolutely superb. You're playing as an opossum with a rocket jetpack, and much of the game actually reminds me of the classic Sonic the Hedgehog games. The gameplay is not exactly the same, but something about the attention to detail and production value puts Rocket Knight Adventures right up there with the big Sonic titles. Rocket Knight Adventures is like a good song, a good piece of music. It doesn't stay the same the whole way through the game. It changes pace, it changes style, constantly, something you did not see in many 2D side-scrollers back in the day. They usually picked one style and stuck with it. And as you're on this adventure, you'll go through a wild variety of different levels, fighting a variety of different enemies. The music in the game is very cool and matches what's on screen well, and it's also changing constantly. It's a fairly sizable game with 8 levels, and you'll need to play it multiple times to make your way through it, but that's cool because it doesn't get old. There's lots of things to find, like one-ups hiding up in the corners that you can jump up and get. You're being scored for points, there's multiple difficulty settings, and to top it all off, the game isn't even that expensive or difficult to find for your Sega Genesis. As I'm recording this in early 2010, there's news that Konami is even remaking it. You can see why. It's awesome. Did you catch that? This game is so clever. He went from the foreground to the background behind the waterfall. Something so simple, but it's just done so well in Rocket Knight Adventures. And you see things like that the whole way through the game. The lava reflection part being my favorite. You'll see that coming up. That was close, I almost lost a life there, but I picked up some bananas, and as with other games like Ms. Pac-Man and Super Monkey Ball, bananas are the most powerful fruit. This game was donated to Classic Game Room by Sean. The review has taken a while to get posted, but thank you very much, Sean. For whatever reason, I did not play this one back in the 90s. Probably because I was still busy playing Herzog Zwei. Jumping timing scenes. I'm always terrible at those. I think I lost 3 lives on that one simple part. I actually don't play very many 2D side-scrolling adventure games, but this one is right up there with the best of the best. Games like Sonic the Hedgehog, Strider, Bionic Commando, and The Revenge of Shinobi. My personal favorite on the Sega Genesis. Now that I'm thinking of it, in a way this game feels a bit more like a game like Yoshi's Island on the Super Nintendo. Like, check this part out. You're playing by watching your reflection in the lava to see the hidden platforms behind the crystals. It looks like a Genesis game, but it feels like a Super Nintendo game from Nintendo. This is by Konami, but it's just got so much emphasis on style, and it backs it up with gameplay. Now, one of the big things in this game that you probably have noticed by now is that you're not just jumping and attacking, but you also have to charge up your jetpack, which allows you to jump higher, and it also acts as an attack, as you see during this boss battle. So I guess I've lavished Rocket Knight Adventures with nothing but praise, but if there's anything wrong with this game, I can't find it. I have to recommend this one for fans of 2D side-scrollers, whether or not you find a copy for the Sega Genesis or keep an eye out for Konami's re-release. They typically do good work with their remakes. And if they're bringing this one back, that's one I can't wait to see. It's like Donkey Kong on top of a blimp. Good times to be had in Rocket Knight Adventures. Highly recommended, and thanks again to Sean. If you missed this game the first time around, it's not too hard to find again, so check it out. Play a badass opossum with a jetpack.